Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Gino and this video was not on my bingo cards this year, but I'm happy it was. Yes, I was invited to an LV private event at my local store, Bondi Junction. Frankly, I didn't even know my local store even held events, but we'll get into that a bit later. So picture it, it's 1 May, I'm living my life, doing my own thing, and all of a sudden my SA sends me a message saying that they're having a private intimate event at their local store on 14 May. So what does that mean? Intimate event. Frankly, I was hoping it'd be a Murakami related event, but spoiler, it's not. And naturally, I never say no to invites like this. I did have a couple of things on my wish list, which is what you see right here, so I didn't leave the event empty-handed. And trust and believe, I vlogged the entire event, so let's just cut straight to that. This event was held after store hours, so the mall was completely clear by the time this party started. And I did not notice any familiar faces. All of the invitees were specific shoppers to the Bondi location. Obviously, the Sydney Maison has its own events, but Bondi rarely ever does. In fact, this event happened to be the first instance of holding a party after hours. It looks deceptive from the video, but there were a lot of people in store. I would say, I think a maximum of 40 people had attended, but only 30 people were present at its most crowded because people were coming and going throughout the night. So I was hanging around for about 2 hours. No cocktails, just champagne. So I had about 3 glasses worth. How would I describe the clientele? You see those $5,000 jackets that are heavily logoed out and so colorful, and you're thinking, who on earth would buy something like that? It's that crowd. That's the crowd that came tonight. Again, I don't have a head-to-toe outfit from LV, but I put something together that was somewhat acceptable. So what the event turned out to be was more of a reintroduction of the brand to the Bondi store's most loyal clients, just to show that they have a lot of pieces still coming through. They had specifically brought in a lot of exotics, and I was really surprised that I was allowed to touch them, albeit wearing a white glove. The Bondi customer is a lot more colorful than the Sydney crowd, which I like. A lot of personalities, like a wide range of ages, demographics. For any locals that have actually been to the Bondi store recently, you might have noticed that there's a department store right behind them, David Jones, which they recently walled off an extra section right behind the LV store because LV are planning to renovate and expand into that space. However, those plans are currently on pause by upper management. So my CA doesn't know when the renovations are going to happen, but I predict that once the store is renovated and reopens, there will be an event for that. So that's at least one video that will be coming in the future, but I don't know when. So with that out of the way, let's get straight to the unboxing. We'll start with the bigger one. Love it. True unboxing. I did, my SA did inspect this with me in the store just to make sure it wasn't cracked. Yeah. As you can see, it is very delicately packaged. Ooh. And here it is. I got a vase. I'll just take the pieces out separately. This is the lid for it. As you can see, it is in this this is a very heavy lid, all metal. It's got the fleur motif, and on the reverse side, it has the Vivienne leather with gold foil embossing on there. And also inside is the vase itself. I've always wanted an LV vase for the longest time, but they were a bit too expensive for what they are. But this is only $1,600 and it still has the typical motifs. It has the LV just oh so subtly embossed in the corner there, and it's only on this corner. It's nowhere else. It's in the shape of the fleur as well. This is not Limoges porcelain, it's just made in Italy. 26 centimeters tall, and at its widest it's 12. I don't have any real flowers on me, but I have something just as good. I have my own little bouquet right here in just a plain vase, but I'm just gonna switch it out into this new one.
A few moments later.
Okay, it's not the prettiest arrangement, and I do plan to put real flowers in here. This vase will be staying in my office, so I plan to do a bouquet of the week as well, in addition to my bag of the week. If you follow me on Instagram, you can fit quite a number of stems in here. It's good that the profile is thin on these sides because it ensures that the bouquet stays upright as much as possible, as opposed to like a wide open vase where the flowers would just be spilling out to the sides. That this narrow profile keeps everything together, bunched up. And of course the matching lid goes right on top, and it's designed specifically to put one stem for your choice. Yeah, I think I'll just keep it to a full bunch as much as possible. This is so delicate, I'm not going to put it back here, I'll just put it off to the side. It's a necklace, spoiler, but there's a very specific reason why I got this one. Yes, I do love fashion jewelry, even though it's not real silver or gold, it's just brass with a silver finish, but I don't care. This one I got for a very specific purpose. Actually, I'll use this as a backing. This is the necklace I got. It is adjustable. It has 3 links here. It has one LV medallion right there, and this very thin, tiny canister, which is wrapped around in canvas, and there is Louis Vuitton etched along the edge and also on the bottom. This canister is actually removable. Yeah, this is a very tiny thing. Why on earth would I get this? Well, my essay had no idea what the purpose of this thing was. But I intend to put my dog's hair in here. Yes, I have a dog. His name is Henry. I would put him on camera right now, but he's still asleep. He's a quite elderly dog. I think he's about 12 years old right now. He's senior, but he's not dying. What I intend to do is just put a lock of his hair in here, so I will always have a piece of him with me. When my last dog had passed, I didn't keep any mementos behind. In hindsight, I really should have. So this time around, I think this would be a nice tribute. I might as well just insert a cutaway of my dog Henry. Totally forgot about this. These are party favors. They were giving them out to all of the attendees, but spoiler alert, it's nothing that special. On the inside they have a little promotional card for their perfumes. And one perfume sampler. I will definitely be regifting these. So all in all, that was a fun event. I was so grateful I was invited. Again, I am not a VIC there. I don't spend nearly as much as some of those other clients. By the way, this necklace retails for about $880, and I justify the price because it's also linked to the in-store experience. You're paying for the experience in addition to the item in question. So all in all, I think I got my value for money that night. So now I turn it over to you. Have you been to any luxury events recently? Have you bought anything that you just love, or is there anything on your wish list that you are just hoping to get before the next price increase? Also in that vlog, I actually put effort into tracking the prices and the names for most of the items that you saw. So hopefully that was helpful information to you. This concludes my video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and also check out my Instagram. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.